Sit with your hands open, eyes closed, slightly upturned face, eyes closed, hands open. You breathe this way, with a slightly opened mouth, you suck the air in like one gulp and then exhale slowly through the nostrils. Just continue to do that. Mouth open, inhale a gulp of air and then exhale slowly through the nostrils. Relax your breath, sit with your eyes closed, visualize yourself. Visualize that your body is becoming very light. Visualize that your body is becoming very light, beginning to feel a little floaty, beginning to feel floaty. Body slowly rising from the place where you're sitting. And it is so light, it is quickly rising. You're 3 feet above the ground. Visualize this clearly. "10 feet above the ground. Just see how it feels. 25 feet above the ground. Just see how it feels. Just look down and see, you're just above the Dhyanalinga temple looking down. And you're quickly rising, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet. Here, keep your mouth closed now. Very high up, 1,000 feet above the ground. You clearly see the mountain, the Vellingiri hills, the Dhyanalinga temple, Adiyogi. Just traverse this area gently, feel the coolness of the breath. Feel the coolness of the breeze and how it plays in your lungs. And now you slowly descend. You're descending just between the Nandi and the Dhyanalinga. Slowly come down, 100 feet, 50 feet, 25 feet, 10 feet, 5, 3. Now you're sitting there, facing the Dhyanalinga. And you see a light without a source overflowing from the temple space. You see a light without source, simply seeping out. And slowly start walking down towards the stamba, then climb up the steps, walking through the parikrama. As you move, you're engulfed by this light without a source. As this light envelops you, and slowly every cell in the body is getting soaked with this light. Every cell in the body is soaked with this light and you are glowing. You have become a shining being. Visualize yourself that every cell in your body is glowing with a light that has no particular source, simply glowing from within, every cell in the body. And as you sit there, you notice that a bright electric blue lotus flower begins to blossom in your heart. A bright electric blue lotus flower begins to blossom in your heart. As the flower, then you notice this flower, as it blossoms, it has innumerable petals. As this bright blue electric colored lotus flower begins to blossom, you notice it has innumerable petals. As it begins to blossom, these bright blue petals of this lotus starts peeling away and starts falling all around you, covering the ground around you, and it continues to peel away and fall. Just see these blue-colored petals slowly covering the entire area. Just see these blue-colored lotus petals from your heart continuing to peel off, covering the entire earth. See that the petals that blossomed out of your heart, electric blue in color, brightly covering the entire world. The blue-colored petals of the lotus, bright electric blue petals, continue to peel and heap itself around the world, upon the entire world. The world glows blue, representing the joy and love that has overflown from your heart. Our time here is very brief. Our time here is brief. Our hands are small, but let your heart overflow. The entire world covered from the petals that peeled off from your heart, bright blue in color, covering the entire world in the warmth of your love and in the light of your joy. Jaya 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 Mahadeva, Jaya 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 Mahadeva, Shiva Shankar Adi Ananta, Shiva Shankar Adi Ananta, Jaya Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya 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 Mahadeva, Jaya 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 Mahadeva. Take your own time, take your own time, slowly, very slowly. Please open your eyes. If one If one can bring an absolute sense of stillness at the core and vibrantly dynamic on the periphery, the natural hue that will envelop a human being is the color blue. It is because of this that in this culture, in Bharat, always those sages and saints who were still but not dynamically active in the world, they were always shown with a white halo or a white hue around them. But those who were still but active in the world were always shown as a blue-colored or blue-bodied people. Nobody had a blue skin. As people have started believing Rama, Krishna had blue skin. No, they were not painted blue. It is just that their aura was blue, so when people saw them, those who were conscious, those who were sensitive to that, they said, oh, he's a blue god, because they saw the aura as blue. Today, we call this planet as blue planet. It's very important that it's not just human activity, the activity of all life on this planet should be very vibrant and dynamic. We don't have to bother about the core, that's not our business, it's quite stable. It's important today in the world that human beings bring this into themselves, because to simply sit still somewhere, you need a mountain cave. They've all been taken, believe me. No accommodations, just like Isha Yoga Center. All caves taken, no accommodation anywhere, to simply sit still. So, still in your core but dynamic on the outer periphery is very important, because anything that is of great value, if it does not permeate, if you have something of value, if it does not permeate in the world around you, that's kind of wasted. If you didn't have it, it doesn't matter. But if you have it and it doesn't permeate in the world, then it's kind of wasted, because it is so sorely needed. So, to bring stillness to the core, but at the same time, you have not become withdrawn, you are dynamically active. Dynamic activity need not necessarily mean physical activity, it's just that body is not in a withdrawal mode, it is vibrant and on. What activity we do in the world depends on the times and what the world needs in those times. Sometimes it needs activity, sometimes it's better to sit there, So bringing this process, bringing this quality into one's life, that you can sit totally still within yourself, nothing enters that space. What is the world's activity does not touch the still core of who you are, but at the same time, you are capable of being vibrant and dynamic in everything that's physical. Physical body needs to be vibrant and dynamic. If the core starts sloshing around, then you will see you become unhealthy. When I say unhealthy, in a serious way, not just with a medical ailment, in a very serious way, that without any ailment you suffer more than people who have ailments, that's a bad ailment, isn't it? Hello? You tell me, who is suffering more in the world? People who are unhealthy or people who are healthy? People who are healthy are suffering much more than the people who are unhealthy. At least if you had a health issue, you have a good excuse. You're healthy, what is your excuse? You have no excuse, and that is the worst kind of ill health, because without reason you suffer. This is happening because the core itself is disturbed, because we think life is about transaction. Transactions are of the surface. It's important that there is a dimension within you which transcends all transactions. Transactions we do, we need to do. That's the nature of the world, it's a transactional world. But if there is no transcendence within you, transactions are a trap that will embroil you in such a way that after some time, the transactions that you're doing will consume you. Initially you think you're playing a game, after some time, you're the ball who is being kicked around. Yes, beginning to happen, come on.